Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Thursday morning. Want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as seasoned. I got a word for you. Tap in. Happy Thursday morning, guys. So I want to speak really quickly about one thing that will block your blessings. Of course, there's tons of things that can block our blessings, but one thing that can truly block our blessings is being ungrateful. Being ungrateful. And the truth of the matter is, like, I consider myself to be a very grateful person. Like, seriously. But then, we don't even realize how subtly ungratefulness will seep in, right? We're complaining about something. And if we're complaining about something, then we're being ungrateful. Because think about all the things that you're complaining about. Let's just say you're complaining about a job, right? Especially if we have a very demanding job, such as myself. So you find yourself complaining, and you don't even realize it when you are mumbling and grumbling, and you're focused on a problem. Then you're really being ungrateful that God has even given you the job. And so it's about changing your perspective. Let's just say you're complaining about, I don't know, a marriage, right? Your husband's getting on your nerves, your wife's getting on your nerves, and all this stuff. Well, you have to be under a rock if you don't see how many people are hanging on for dear life, I guess, to find a spouse. And here you already have one, right? Nothing's perfect, but you already have one. Where you could be out here in these streets dealing with these trifling men, right? You have safety, and you have security. So let's say that you're complaining about, and these are just different things I'm randomly throwing out. You're complaining about you're having a bad day. Well, somebody's having a bad month, right? Somebody's laid up in a hospital room right now. Somebody was just diagnosed with cancer, right? And we're having a bad day. You're complaining about back to the job, but that same job is the reason why not only can you pay your bills when somebody else is literally homeless and sleeping in their car with children, right? Not only can you pay your bills, God have blessed you to be able to be a blessing to others. So if you didn't have that job, then you can even be a blessing to others. But God trusted you with the blessing. There are many people who still don't have jobs. A lot of people are going through great financial hardships right now. Or you're complaining about, I don't know. We can complain about 1,000 things. The point is, we complain, and sometimes we don't even realize that we're being ungrateful. Think back. I got hit with this morning. Think back on the things that God has already done for you. Think back on the doors that God has already opened. Each one of those doors is a door that you literally had been praying for at one time. Right? So that marriage you're complaining about, like you begged God for this man. Or that job, there were 3 people in there at the time, and here you're praying and you're fasting, hoping that they would pick you, and you were selected, right? The car that you're complaining about, well, when you first got that car, you said you would never eat in the car. Now you're eating pigtails inside the car, right? So it's a mindset shift. And even the most grateful people, again, I consider myself to be an extremely grateful person. But then it hit me that when you're complaining about something, that's being ungrateful. Even if it's just a moment, that's being ungrateful. So really, how grateful are you when you're sitting here complaining about a person, place, or thing? Because the thing that you're complaining about is literally attached somehow to a blessing that God has blessed you with. So I made a conscious decision today that I am not complaining about one thing. I'm not complaining about how much my phone goes off. I'm not complaining about staff. I'm not complaining about traffic. I'm not complaining about nothing. And I had to pray for grace, right? And pray for conviction in this area, because life be lifing, right? But I'm keeping it to the forefront of my mind, and I'm going to, try to really discipline myself in this area, because truth of the matter is we are so very grateful. There are so many people right now who are literally homeless. In fact, I'm going in a few to go see a homeless family, right? There is people who are literally homeless, and here you have a home, right? May not even be the home you want, right? You have people who are staying with family members or friends, and they feel in their spirit they're not even wanted there, or no longer wanted there. But yet you're complaining about being in a one-bedroom apartment with 60 kids, right? You got a roof over your head. Your kids are safe. You got family members who are sleeping in cars, and this humidity is like no joke, right? Just trying to stay cool. Got to go to Walmart or someplace every day just to try to stay cool. And here you got a whole AC in your house, even if it's leaking. Lord have mercy, right? You're complaining about the car and that it's so, I don't know, not up to date. And then you drive by, and then there's somebody sitting at the bus stop in this hot weather. Got to catch 3 buses just to get to a job. The time they then spend 3 hours traveling back and forth from work, like they got 1 hour to sleep and got to get right back up and do it all over again. But here you have a car. Here you have a car. This is for me too. Trust me when I tell you. Trust me when I tell you. I'm trying to see something else is pinging in my spirit. Let me find out what y'all been being ungrateful about. Let me hit somebody right quick. Let me hit somebody right quick. Let me hit somebody right quick. Right? Oh, you complaining. Just complaining to God all day long about He promised you a kingdom spouse and He ain't coming through, and He's making you wait, and you're in the wilderness. How you blaming God and you're the problem? How we keep blaming God for our stuff? You're the one who won't even discipline yourself in the areas that God is convicting you. You won't even do it. But now you're complaining about God. You're ungrateful that He brought you out of that that old relationship that almost took your mind, right? Let's be grateful, because a lot of people don't recover from narc abuse. A lot of people have a hard time and still struggling within a soul tie, right? In abusive relationships, and can't even get away for whatever reasons. And He brought you out and He healed you. And now you're so focused on why He ain't sent the new person yet that you're forgetting about what He already did. He healed you. Isn't that enough in itself? You have people who are walking around here whose mind have literally slipped from under their feet, messing with narcissists and all kind of other foolishness, right? All kind of traumas, etc., etc. And here you are in your right mind. Because if you ever had and I'm not speaking about the word that's so overly used in regards to narcissists. I'm speaking about the true definition of a straight demon, a demonic demon, right? If you've ever encountered a narcissist and God have brought you out, you better thank God that you still got your mind, your right logical mind. But it's so easy for us to forget about the things that God has done, right? So write down today all of the things that God has blessed you with. And when you write those things down, think back on the time before that blessing was released and how bad you wanted it and how happy you were, right, when the blessing was released. And then those of you who are waiting on certain blessings, certain open doors, and you're still thinking that God ain't going to do it, God ain't going to do it, think back on what God, didn't He open whatever door that you're currently in? Right? He opened that door. He made a way then. Why won't He make a way now? So I wanted to share that, right? Yeah. You guys have a great one. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.